Hello and welcome to another Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Oh, it's chilly down the shed. So, first ever beer from Beak Brewery. I've seen both Craig, Mr. Kent Beer Reviews, and thank you ever so much for the beer because this was gifted to me by Mr. Kent Beer Reviews. So, my humblest thanks for that. So this is Oopla, and it's an Imperial Stout from Beak Brewery. Good evening, matey. I will read the back because I've never actually had a beer from these fellas. Unfiltered, unpasteurised. It's Beak Brewery. Good evening. So they're based in Lewes, wherever Lewes is, if that's how you pronounce it even. And it's beakbrewery.com. So it says on the back, this unctuous Imperial Strength Stout was brewed with oats, flaked barley, East Sussex. Sad as it sounds, I still ain't got a clue where even East Sussex is. Good evening, Gota. And good evening, Craig. And a complex mix of crystal and roasted malts before being infused with old vanilla pods and Brazilian coffee from our friends at Pharmacy. Good evening. An independent micro roaster just down the road. Expect rich, heady aromas of cacao, tobacco, white oak and licorice. Ooh, looking forward to this. Near Brighton. I know where Brighton is. Yeah. It's bad, isn't it? You know, I know where Leicester and Derby and Nottingham are, but the rest of the country, there you go. I don't know where Derby is because of the smell, but there you go. One's joking. So, whoa. Good evening, Disco. How are you, matey? So, tobacco, yeah, I thought that as well. Lovely looking pour. Drop every last bit in. So, Beak Brewery. Now, I've seen other people review Beak Brewery. So, as we can see, a neon black pour with a, I'd say a light tan head or beige, depending on how you look at it. On the nose then. Wow. Coffee on the nose. Massive coffee. Tobacco. And I'm not even a smoker, but I know what tobacco smells like. Oh, beautiful nose on it. The coffee element and the chocolate as well. There's a chocolate element in there as well. But the coffee and that tobacco. Oh. God, you sit there all day sniffing your own farts. It does. It looks 10%. That's a nice beer. Definitely. Oh. Do you ever get it? I'm hoping it does, to be fair. Good evening, Bolton. How are you, matey? So, Norman, when you're reviewing beers, because I've not actually seen you do a review, obviously. I mean, I didn't obviously take away the last year when I wasn't really well. When you drink something you really, really like, and Craig as well, I know Craig's there, I don't know about everybody else, it's coming along, matey, yeah. When you get something you really, really like, and it hits the spot straight away, and Disco as well, you get that smile, don't you, on your face? That smile, and everybody as well. You get the smile, and you know straight away this is going to be good. you do get that tobacco element. Oh yeah. The tobacco and the coffee, they really do fuse together quite well. I mean, I'm not really a tobacco fan. I don't smoke anyway, for starters. But, whoa. This is one of those. Oh, bloody hell! It definitely makes you smile. It's gorgeous. Oh, a proper treat of a beer. I think it's either a rat, a mouse, or a big bird. It's not a robin, because robins are too big. They're too small, rather. So I think it might be a blackbird. Fucking things. I've tried to block the holes up tonight, but this is one of those beers you've got to try. The warmth I can feel coming through. There's a lovely sweetness to it. Chocolatey, coffee. On the nose, the coffee beans were amazing. You know, that aroma, you just don't get, dog's back, you just don't get replicated in a lot of beers. Bless the old fella. He walks like me when I've had 10 drinks. A double dark mild from Boxcar. If anybody has, Craig would have done. Yeah, if anybody has. Because I'm sure Boxcar's near him. Or I might be wrong. But I know he's done quite a few Boxcar reviews. It is, it's beautiful, mate. I mean, obviously, with all beers, it's all down to personal tastes. A lot of people don't like strong beers. I've got friends that I've given them a 6% beer and they're like, oh God, that's way too strong. And I'm like, 6%'s my starting beer. What are you on about? Oh, bless you. I thought you had. Where did I get this stout? I actually got it gifted to me by Mr. Kent Beer Reviews. I'm sure that's what you're asking. Yeah, I got it gifted to me by Kent Beer Reviews, yeah, which is very, very nice. And, you know, one will get some good Nottingham beers. For when our good friend Craig comes up to Nottingham, one will get a good selection of Nottingham beers to take back to Kent, and be interesting to see, you know. And you know, it's nice to see other people review beers from my neck of the woods that they can't really get at their neck of the woods. Oh yeah, but you drink beers like this, and you just hit the spot, don't you? You know. Oh. Yeah. That's what you get for being up. I woke up this morning, so I went to bed last night. I don't have them lagers last night, although I had a late night swifter. What was it? Don't know what it was. I think it might have been a glass of wine or something. And yeah, I had a late night swifter, and then 5 o'clock this morning, all of a sudden, my alarm's going off. Well, I didn't know it was 5 o'clock. So I got up, jumped up, turned the alarm off. Oh, fucking hell. Grabbed my socks, because I always leave my socks in the bedroom. Go downstairs, looks at the clock in the front room, 5 o'clock, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, 5 o'clock. Yes, I have. I bought the starter box from Red Church. Yeah, and I got free delivery when I did it. So it was 10 beers, 1 glass for 20 quid and free delivery. And you can't fault it. Yeah, then they may not all be tick your boxes, but to be fair, they were decent enough. Yeah, I did have a few wee-wees. Yes. What do you always leave your socks on? So the tobacco element really does come through quite strong. It gives it a smokiness to the Imperial Stout. Yeah, I always take my socks off in bed. I mean, usually when I'm having a bad night, I've got my head, I've got my shoulder inside the pillow down to about inside the quilt. Then the rest of my body is outside the quilt. And in the summer, I'm totally outside the quilt. But with anxiety, I don't know if anybody else gets this who suffers with anxiety. With anxiety, it feels like my blood's burning. And so I have to try and keep my legs as cool as possible. So my legs are outside even in the middle of winter, my legs can be outside the quilt. Which has only started since yeah, only started since I worked at that hellhole of a workplace. So I never suffered anything like that. No, not on prune wine. No. I've got some prune wine. Our good friend Mr. Bullman Beer Reviews, he wants some prune wine. So hopefully next week when he's down in Nottingham, I'll get him a glass of prune wine. Might do a beer review with him if he's up for it. No, it's not, mate. No, anxiety's awful. My prune wine, I think it was 6. It was definitely towards about 18%. But I didn't have an hydrometer, so I can only guess the ABV. But it's bloody strong. And it certainly resonates in certain departments. So he's coming down on Tuesday. He's in Nottingham on Wednesday, but he's going to Leicester Brewdog. And he's also down on Thursday for a bit, till about 6 o'clock. A special cocktail for you when you meet up, has he? So I've got 2 days off next week, Wednesday and Thursday. We haven't sorted out what we're doing or what's happening too much. But I'm all good with, showing Borman around the place, showing him different beer reviews and all that. Yeah, I think he likes his Brewdog, doesn't he? Yeah. Fair play to you. I wasn't keen on Nottingham's Brewdog. I thought it was a bit of a shithole. But each to their own, really. Yeah. So we've got a friend of the... Is it Azzy? Fair play to him then, yeah. It's quite interesting. I like to know about people. It's interesting. So yeah, we've got a good friend of the channel called Liam Rusco. His wife has got a Facebook page called Perfect Draft. A Facebook page called Personalised Addiction, and they do like, as you can see, like Wraggys beer reviews there, and jobs are good, and a lot of my sayings, although you can't see the rest of them because the beer's black, but yeah, they do like themed glasses. I mean, it's not etched, it's like a vinyl stuff that's stuck on, but in any case, it's decent. Nice stuff. Yeah, it is nice. It's a good glass. And you know, his wife, it's a local business, and I don't mind linking to them for my reviews, just to help them, you know, move on. And I love the glass as well, obviously. 25% off Brewdog drinks, can't falter. My boss, he's having Brewdog in cans, coming to both the hotels. Brewdog, apparently, they've told him that the pandemic has been amazing for Brewdog because because they've made so much money on cans and that. Yes, the link is in the reviews, matey. So any of my recent reviews, that is, there'll be a link at the bottom. If you scroll down the comments in the extra section, orange card. If you scroll down, you'll see a link to personalised addiction. And for that, for both you, Rasco and Disco's beer reviews, it'd be nice to have a Rasco and Disco beer review glass, wouldn't it? You know, it all helps show off your channel. They also do t-shirts and stuff as well, so it's quite interesting what they do. And they're nice people as well. And you know, no, we all like support nice people. I'd rather support someone who's nice than some big company who don't give a toss. What's that? Who's that? Who's bought one who's now? Okay, I missed all that comment. Swan home brew kits? No, mate, not heard of them. No. I've heard of most of the big home brew kits, but I've not heard of Swan. No. Good evening, Miles, Kendall and Kez. Welcome. Drinking a lovely 10% Imperial Stout from Beak Brewery. Tobacco, coffee, massive on the aroma. Tobacco, coffee, chocolate's also on the aroma and taste. Going down well. Now the air's got to it. 2 kegs a day in the perfect draft machine. Jesus. How many pints per keg? Not telling me it's 9 pints. Jesus Christ. Cloudwater pills with New Zealand hops. Bless you. Oh, I've used 80% of my data. Shit. What are we on? What date are we on? Can't think of the date. I know it's May. That'll do now. 16th, 17th? I don't know. 19th. Oh, I've got till the 23rd. Might have to try and snag another 5 gig off the wife. I've gone through 75 gig this month of data. Oh dear. I need to sort out internet to the shed. Properly sort out internet to the shed. Good evening, Tad, and see you later, matey. Enjoy. So, this is a beer you can't drop down your neck. Very different to a lot of doing this, YouTubing. It swallows up the data, you know. It really does. Goodbye, matey. Yeah, very different to other Imperial Stouts. The tobacco, the strong coffee and chocolate. It's a different element. Yeah, you don't want uncles in your pants. Yeah, yeah. I'll at some stage I'll get it all sorted out, you know, and just use. I mean, I've got 40 gigs a data. The wife's got 50. 150 gig for O2. Shit, that's decent. That is. Okay, now. I think it's good to be, you know, in any business or any company or any person, being a nice person, you're always going to get better people following you and all that, you know, and it's what it should be about. Always be decent, always be good people. 90. Wow. 40's crap then. I remember one day, back in the day, it was unlimited. And then they started bringing out this bloody so many gigabytes per thing. Yeah, lives do. We give the dog a bone, uh, like a bony thing in the morning. It's not a bone, but you know, in the morning. But no, we keep him to his meals because he'll eat anything. £18 unlimited and unmetered data. Right. Oh, Ryan Giggs, he's in the shit, isn't he? Hey, hey, and this is the thing. Just because you're some big name footballer who's a millionaire, that mean you can do naughties on the women. You know, whether he did or didn't, God knows. But you know, you look at the media, what they're saying, naughty. Not good if it goes ahead for him. Bloody hell. I've read an article that said like 5 years in jail. Oh, he better get his arse ready for some pounding. And not good at all. Anyway, back to the beer. So, you can actually see all the writing now, to be fair. Strange ways. Yeah. Yeah. Batty Boys Unlimited. Yeah. For me, it was a very different Imperial Stout. Don't get me wrong, I totally enjoyed it. The tobacco, the coffee, when pouring the can out, the coffee element was absolutely unbelievable. The tobacco, chocolate. Coffee, chocolate, tobacco. That was the main, you know, what I got throughout. There was another element, there was a sweet element that I got. It was very interesting. I know, I can feel it. My first ever beer from Beak Brewery, and really liked it. To give it a score, would I watch it again? 146 watching. There's quite a few more last night, to be fair. And I was doing lagers last night. Never understand YouTube. Strange. Out of 5. Ooh. Would I drink it again? Yes. That's for sure. Out of 5. Ooh. The tobacco element, it was different. Very difficult. You know, scores are difficult. Depending on what you've drank before, what you're drinking, you know, how many you've had. All these elements come into play. For me, a good 4.55 out of 5. It was a very nice Imperial Stout, yeah. Probably the tobacco element wasn't my sort of type of element, but even though, still very decent nonetheless. Yeah, still a very good beer. Yeah. I'm close. I need a wee wee. Yeah, that tobacco element though, and the coffee. You know, if you like your beers with a bit of coffee in, this is definitely one of those beers that will absolutely amaze you. The coffee aroma and taste at the beginning when it was fresh was unbelievable. Yeah, we're doing definitely. We're doing an Old Tom challenge, Slurpee. So we're doing an 8 beer Old Tom challenge. Are you up for it? Eight Old Toms in a sitting, hour and a half. Anyway, that's it for this beer review. Thank you as always. Thank you as... Yeah, the ginger one is mega. You're definitely damn right. For a minute then I looked and thought, what's the ginger one? And then Ginger Tom, obviously. Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. 8 old jocks. If I could get them, yeah. And cheers everyone, and back tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Cheers. It was lovely, Craig. And thank you to Mr. Kent Beer Reviews. Check him out. Fantastic bloke. Great reviewer. One of the best on the internet. Whether he thinks so or not. I think so. But yeah. Cheers. See you later. Now I'm off for a piss. Cheers. Although you didn't need to know that. But I do need a wee badly.